One, and then it was
I go that man.
way too much.
Boy,
Kawhi.
my goodness. Boy, he was big boy, and he's but he got zero. Too big, too strong. Oh man.
He tied his overall
give me
career
that.
high of 45.
Oh, this is crazy.
And
Just the way he dunks this.
And it's a
This is
playoff high
America.
45.
This is called a superstar.
Yes,
This is not a star or a good player, not an all-star. This is a superstar at work. Setting the tone.
Kawhi Leonard and Pascal Siakam together outscored Philadelphia's starting five.
False start.
Now, this is a false start.
No, that wasn't, Ernie.
This was a false start. There we go. I was yelling, false start. Remember that?
Run, Chuck, run, Chuck.
No, I knew I was in trouble right away.
Almost had you, Kenny.
Oh, this is easy. I got him gone. I'm gone. I'm out of there. I'm out of
And
there.
there's Shaq.
I'm out of there. I'm out of there.
Kenny,
look
how you run. Is something wrong with you?
Wait, look at you. You're in fourth place. What are you talking about? You're in fourth place.
Look how you run, though, like a magic Kenny.
Make no mistake. Make no mistake. That was a false start.
Pumping them arms.
Well, let's redo it then. May 17th.
May 17th. I'm with it.
17.
I'm with
Georgia
it.
Tech Stadium, May 17th.
No way. False start. Denver Nuggets are 24 minutes away for their first playoff series win since 2009 if they can hold off San Antonio. Look at the Joker.
Yeah.
47-34 as Nikola Jokic has 15-9 in the first half. American Express halftime report. Ernie Johnson, Kenny, Shaq, Charles. It would be hard to imagine a worse offensive half than the San Antonio Spurs just put together. 34 points, 22% shooting, 1 for 10 from 3. But it's only a 13-point game with 24
That
minutes
was one of the
play.
worst halves of basketball I've ever seen in a playoff game. I mean, other than Jokic and Rudy Gay.
Yeah,
the rest
Rudy Gay saved him in the
No, but I'm
first half.
saying, those are the only two guys to me, I'm playing scared. Like, everybody out there is terrified. They're terrified. They're terrified. I mean, that was one of the worst half of basketballs, but Joker is single-handedly carrying the Nuggets, and Rudy Gay stepped up. But, man, I cannot – I said before the game, I thought the role players for the Nuggets would step up. They have not. It's been all Joker. And I said if the Spurs had a chance, their two stars had to be stars. And their two stars have been embarrassing, plain and simple.
The American Express teammates from the first half, obviously, the Joker is going to be on there. Big Honey got 15 points. Paul Millsap, who has the playoff experience on that team, has 8. So those two combining for 23 of Denver's 47. But Shaq, you said before the game, look, Aldridge, DeRozan, the Stars got to step up. These guys combined for 51 points in Game 6. They've got 12 combined in Game 7.
Yeah, when you're part of a 1-2 punch and you're playing on a road, you definitely have to step up. No questions asked. When you step up, the others will follow. These guys are now 3 for 18, in the words of Charles Barkley. Embarrassing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's good defense. I don't know if it's terrified, but I know it cannot happen in the Game 7. You got to make these shots.
That's a terrible shot,
better plays. And, the defense is, corralling you. They want to stop you, but you still got to step up. You want to be a great player? This is what great players do. They step up in Game 7s on the road. No excuses, no questions asked right there. Single coverage, you got to go up strong. 3 for 18 is not going to get it done. Rudy Gay has stepped up and carried. They are only down 13. Both teams didn't play great. But again, when you're part of a 1-2 punch on the road, Game 7, you got to come out and you got to dominate, and the others will follow.
Hey, go ahead, Ken. I got something to say when you finish.
Well, I'm going to go to the board, so.
But what's amazing to me, Shaq,
We only got 2.5 minutes, so get ready to go to the board.
I see what you're doing over there, Ernest.
I want to have a good seat to watch it.
Yeah, I see what you're doing over there, Ernest. I see what you're doing over there. I see what you're doing over there. I see what you're doing over there.
Shaq might have pulled something back then.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Y'all over
No,
there.
I didn't.
Y'all shooting
No,
the gun.
I didn't.
Y'all shot the gun. That was like
I'm not
a false
Chuck
start.
America.
That's a false start.
I'm not Chuck America.
False start. That's my line.
False start. That was a false start. Doesn't count, America.
Pew.
But in basketball, there's run starters, stoppers, and run makers. And right now, at least for Denver, they have people who can sustain the run or start the run. And Jokic has been fantastic, as we've seen all game. But then every now and then, you need someone to be able to say, okay, let's start the run. You don't have to be the one that started, make it happen. And Jamal Murray was that person. But for the San Antonio Spurs, this is the guy who has to be the run stopper. And all of a sudden, he's off and not taking quality shots. LaMarcus Aldridge getting down because on the other end, they got the run maker, the guy who can make the run and keep it going. And that's right here in Jokic. The Joker is just handling his business in the post. And yes, he's not false starting. He is doing it the correct way, Shaq.
You know what's interesting about Aldridge and DeRozan? They're veterans, Ernie.
Yeah. They know better.
They're like, and there's one guy on the Nuggets who's been in the playoffs, that's Millsap. And those guys should be like, oh, we've been in deep, we've been in the playoffs, we're veterans, we got a young team around us on the Spurs, and they're playing like they're just, I feel bad because they're both good players, but they go.
This is the aggression that you talked about the other night.
Yes, you got to be, like, they're too.
Overly aggressive.
Yeah, I'd rather, they're 3 for 18 in a Game 7, two veteran guys who made perennial All-Star teams. That can't happen.
So the question is, will they step up or will they?
Well, the good thing about it, the Nuggets are scared too, other than the Joker.
Will they get more, will they get less, or will they stay the same?
Ernie, before we go, can I apologize to Kenny?
Sure.
Kenny's son isn't here, and when Kenny's son was little, I took Kenny's son from school without telling him, and I never told him I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, that's another story, man. He just
it sounds like something.
I came to the school and they were like, "Oh, he went with Shaq." I'm like,
at this point,
y'all just gave my kids to Shaq.
It's like, what were we gonna say? I was like, his daughter and my son were in the same class.
Yeah, because but you guys had a relationship.
No, not really, not really, man. Not really,
not at all.
Really. And he brought him back with a haircut. Well, then took him and get a haircut.
Well, then this is disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
I apologize, Kenny. And KJ, my bad.
High school security.
And you think that apology is enough?
It's only 25 years.
KJ, how you kid?
He still need a haircut, Shaq.
It's the most he's ever had in a half. 27 on 10 of 14 shooting.
Wow.
And it was a 14-point lead for the Raptors. It was cut to 1. It is up to 9 at the break. And we welcome you to the American Express Halftime Report. Studio J here in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Chuck is here. Just before we get to the pictures, just give me your take on the first half.
Kawhi Leonard has so much confidence against his team. I was surprised Siakam had that much confidence, but it's clear to me that Kawhi Leonard he just like, I'm better than anybody here, and there's nothing they can do. It's a really cool place to be as a player.
Leonard's got 27. Siakam's got 22 in the first half, Jet.
Wow. I think overall, if you look at their team, you know, this is the difference that Philadelphia can't play at the pace that they want to. They're not used to it.
Nobody coming.
Nobody coming.
Just got you thinking.
Okay. It's the difference between what they're accustomed to facing. So you have Tobias Harris out here and Danny Green on them. So normally when you come and you make this pick and roll here, you're able to make this pass and freeze it here. This is normally a jump shot or an opportunity for Jimmy Butler to rise over the defense. But when Siakam's here, as we roll it, you see the size and the length doesn't allow him to get that shot off. Freeze it here. And you got size and length, and all of a sudden Marc Gasol, if you look at Boban, you say, man, Boban usually makes everyone look small, not Marc Gasol. So all of a sudden he comes off, you get back in place, and size and length doesn't let you get the shot off. Freeze it here. Yeah, Ennis, you think you got size and length on you again? The size and length of Kawhi Leonard, too much for him. Boban, you're not big. You're not big against Gasol. You just can't block it in. Let's get the steal. Let's make something happen. Ball's out of bounds. We got a turnover, 24-second shot clock. Great. But on the other side, there is no size and length against him. So now you have the ability to just rise over the defense. Most time, this would be difficult for most players. Freeze it here. But right here, Leonard says, no, too small. I'm good. Soon as Boban retreats, because he's got to retreat to the three-point shooter at some point, and I'm going to be able to get my shot off easily. Same thing here. Siakam says, nope, I don't need it. Nope, I'm good. I'm going to get into the position I want to, because why? Too little. These guys are not big enough, not tall enough, don't have the length to defend us. or we have the length and size to guard them. Tough series for Philly. This is going to be tough for Philly. This might, it don't look good.
61-52, the halftime score. Leonard and Siakam combining for 49.
Wow.
Of the team's 61 points. No bench points in the first half.
They didn't do it.
I know, I'm just looking at it. No bench points.
19 for 25.
You got that 1-2 punch.
They might not have missed.
Yeah.
They almost didn't miss.
10 out of 14 for Kawhi, 9 out of 11 for Siakam. Tell me about Philly. Tell me about Embiid.
Well, in this era, when people say we're going to play physical, that means one thing. We're going to make it tough for you to get to your spot. We all know Joel Embiid is an inside player. So you just have to get deep. You can't let a guy push you to your spot, because when you push you to your spot, he wants you to do this. We want you to shoot that jumper. And right here, same thing. That's not deep enough. You know, he has great size, great ability. I need you to get a little deeper. And, you know, Chuck knows this. When you play against a guy that's pushing, all you got to do is go quick. Right, yep. Chuck? All you got to do is go quick. See, right here. Look, right here. Get it. Go quick. Boom. Make a move. Go quick. Be decisive. Doesn't matter if 1, 2, or 3 guys are coming. And right here, you know, just be aggressive. You have that ability, but he's going to have a big game. I would like him to have the same numbers I'm looking at from Kawhi and Pascal, 27-22. Let me see. Embiid, 12 points, not good enough. Ben Simmons, 10 points, not good enough on the road. They're going to have to step it up in the second half if they want to steal one of these games.
Well, yeah, 10, 6, and 2 for Simmons, only 1 turnover in the first half for Ben Simmons.
To me, I said before, this is going to be Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler. They're going to have to make a dent in the game. Because right now, Siakam and Leonard, they are mismatched for anybody. They have supreme confidence. But, man, Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris. Tobias got 12. He's playing well. But Jimmy Butler, and they might get, or they got to pick it up defensively. I mean, because these two guys, man, you can't let guys shoot 80% on you.
Oh, I think it's about 86.3%.
How about Jay?
90.
How about, speaking of making a dent, how about J.J. Redick not denting the scoreboard?
Oh, they got him on lockdown.
No, 0 on 0 for 4.
They got him on lockdown.
Yeah, this is what those Celtics did to them.
That's exactly what he's doing, Keith Pompey. That's exactly what he's doing.
Please do not try that at home. Back with more on the American Express halftime
I'll try
report.
it if you get a wash machine.
Just a second. I know you will,
Eric,
but you're not at home.
a wash machine. I'll do it.
Welcome to the American Express halftime report. American Express, the official card of the NBA.